Hey, what's up, my network marketing friends? Todd Falcone here. Welcome to toddfalcone.com. What's up, what's up, what's up? All right. So, yes, how to keep your network marketing team from falling apart. Let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to just give you two basic things in today's video. So, obviously, the objective is let's keep the team together. How can we keep the organization together, keep it intact, keep everybody happy and working together long-term so that we can all grow as an organization individually and collectively, right? That's the overall objective. Now, I see things happen, and look, here's the thing. The reality is, no matter how good your company is, no matter how great your opportunity is, no matter how fast things are growing, people are going to leave. You could be in the fastest growth momentum company at the moment, and people will leave during that amazing stage of momentum. And, you know, you can't do a whole lot about that, but there's a couple things that you can do, and I want to talk to you about a couple of those things. Number one is this whole idea of inclusion, okay? The key thing, this is what I find happening, unfortunately, too often, okay? You don't want to make it I would never make it the Todd Falcone show. Hey, you know, welcome to the Todd Falcone organization. I see organizations that are named after people, and don't, you know, I mean, if that's what you're doing, then, you know, that's what you're doing. But personally for me, I would never name it the Todd Falcone group or something like that in the case of running an organization, right? Because then it's just like, it's all about me. But in the reality is it's all about everybody else in the organization. I'm just one person of the many hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people in the organization. And here's the thing you have to understand, and this is so utterly important. People's voices need to be heard, okay? So you need to include people that are high value assets in your organization. What's a high value asset? A high value asset is somebody that's producing volume, okay? Not somebody who's a customer who's buying $100 a month worth of products, not somebody who's got 2 customers and 1 distributor, but somebody who's got 50, 100, 200, 500 people in their organization and they've got something happening. Those are people that need to be included in the overall team messaging. In fact, my suggestion to you in terms of keeping the group together, because here's the thing that happens, and look, I don't know how long I'm going to go. I'll probably go a little bit longer in this because I think it's an important explanation so you guys understand what I'm talking about here, is as your team grows, and this is one of the greatest killers of people in business is ego. Their egos get so big that they think they're all it, and they're not, because it's everybody else in the organization that brought them to that point. Yes, you might have facilitated the process and started that ball moving, but it's the work of all the other people that created the success. Even though, yeah, okay, I can take credit for starting this massive thing of momentum. If I hadn't joined and signed up this person, that person, this person, none of this would happen. Fine, you can give yourself credit for that, but it's all of everybody's work that contributed to this massive growth that you're now experiencing. Here's the mistake people make is they're taking full credit for it. Like the person who stands on stage, hey, hi, thanks for congratulating, it's great. I built this organization of 40,000 people. No, you didn't. It was everybody else in the group that did in addition to you. The person that really that understands this philosophy is the person that gets up there and they say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so blessed to stand here on stage in front of you. I wouldn't even be here if it's not for all the people in the room. And the key to keeping your group together is including the valued opinions of other people. Like if I've got 10 frontline people or 10 people in the organization that are responsible for the 30,000 people in the organization, I guarantee you those 10 people, their voices will be heard throughout the entire organization through the different trainings, through the support that we're providing. It's not, and by the way, it's so much easier that way because if it was the Todd Falcone show, I got to do every training, I got to do every this, I got to do all of this, but if I'm inclusive of all of my leaders, of all these people that are the ones that are bringing the value to the team, they're not going to feel like they need to go start their own system, to start their own team, their own Joe Schmo team, their own whatever team. They're just going to be part of the existing team. So that's why I'm not a big fan personally of naming an organization like your name. Like this is your name, like the Falcone Group. I wouldn't call it the Falcone Worldwide Organization because it's just, I don't know. I think it ends up being, especially if we're talking, it's the one thing if you're naming a company, okay? You might name a company something, but if you're talking about, like, let's say you're creating some kind of theme around your own organization, I don't think that I would prefer to do it that way. I would maybe find something that would be inclusive, something that would, I don't know, I'm not going to give you suggestions for names, but you get my point. Because if it's the Todd Falcone show, then, you know, everybody already feels like, oh, it's the Todd Falcone show. Nobody else's voices are going to be heard. And when other voices are not heard, they end up scattering and they go, well, we're going to do it our way. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it that way. And then what happens is you have all of these little fragments of organizations breaking off, and then down in depth, and here's the challenge, and this is such a big problem, way down in depth, people are going to be going, I don't know what system to follow. Who do I follow, this guy's or this girl's or this person's? Which one do I do? I'm confused, therefore I'm not going to do anything, okay? And the last thing I'll say is, I think one of the greatest ways of keeping your group together is, and it's a word that I frequently use, and that word is communication. I think communication is one of the greatest keys to success in marriages, in friendships, in business. How is your communication flow? In terms of, you know, what you're communicating and how you're communicating? Are you leaving people guessing? Do they feel like they're up to speed? They know exactly what's happening? Or they're like, I don't know if what's happening. I thought there was an event coming up, but I haven't seen any updates on it. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's not happening. So ask yourself, how is your communication flow to the organization? And if you've got a really great, and you can communicate in a lot of different ways. You can communicate through private Facebook groups, closed Facebook groups, newsletters, broadcast SMS messaging, Zooms, WhatsApp. There's a lot of ways that you can communicate to the group, but I think you need to have an open line and a consistently open line of communication to and from the people that are in your organization, because when there's a greater degree of communication, there's just a lot better stuff that happens in your group. So, all right, that's it. A little bit longer video today, but hope you're having a great day. We'll see you next time. Have an amazing one. We'll see you.